What's up, y'all? We back for another episode of Nobody Asked Me. I'm your boy Malik S, and as usual, I got my team with me. I got my guy Hess Wesley.
What's good? What's good?
Got my girl Keysha E.
What up, though?
Representing Detroit in the house.
You know.
What is that? Detroit Bad Boys. That was a long time ago.
Wait, what's that from?
That's when they had
From
Isaiah
the
Thomas
Pistons
back in the day.
Right. Bad Boy. Yeah.
Back to back champs. You know what I mean?
Before
I remember them.
Before Wi-Fi, before all that. I don't even know we was voting back then. I'm not even sure we was voting back then. That's how long ago that was.
That's when Pistons had them hands.
Yeah, that was a long time ago though. I ain't been back to back nothing. Y'all had back to back recessions.
Is that when Jordan?
Really? First of all, we popped the Lakers in like 08, I do believe.
Yeah, I had back to back recessions.
Don't worry about it.
And then Jordan decided to take it personal, and then that was it for y'all.
Yeah.
And Jordan still was gonna get these hands. How about that?
Yeah. You ain't seen none of them games live.
Yes, I did. What do you mean?
No young.
I remember when I was a kid, I was just telling the story. I saw John Sally at Toys R Us, and my mama, she don't watch basketball. So I like ran over, like I want to get this back and get autographs. Mom was like, "Girl, get your butt over here. Who is it, man?" I'm like, "Mama, that's John Sally." She's like, "I don't know who John Sally is." But she's ass over here.
You better get your little ass over here, though.
John Sally seemed to be the one
games.
person everybody always seeing in LA somewhere. I always see John Sally somewhere in LA.
Well, he 10 feet tall. You can't help but see that.
No,
Right
I
there.
saw Dennis Rodman one time out here. I was like, "Let me go the other way."
That's funny.
Yeah. John Sally made a whole little movie career.
He did?
Yeah. He was in Bad Boys.
He was in a lot of stuff.
He was in Bad Boys.
Yeah.
And what basketball player actually made a really good movie career? Shaq tried. That didn't work out. Shaq, what was it? Was the genie one he tried to?
Yeah. Shazam.
That didn't work. Jordan had Space Jam. LeBron coming out with a new Space Jam.
Yeah. I don't know that any of them really made a good career.
Not light skinned Laker. I can't remember
Derek
his name.
Fisher?
Not Derek Fisher.
Fox.
Fox.
Rick
Rick
Fox.
Fox.
Yeah, he
That's
actually,
right.
he actually did a little something.
I mean, he be doing a little song.
Yeah, he's probably, I would say, probably the number one.
Little Tyler Perry movies here and there, TV shows, and all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You're more likely to become a movie star if you're a singer rather than if you're, a sports
athlete.
Most of them, but you know what I think it is too? The key is that, because you got to know how to read. Right.
Wow.
I'm not being funny. When they put
Mayweather
athletes,
ain't about to be
when
in no
they
movies.
put athletes on show, they talk like this, like, "Hey, Malik, how are you doing today?" Like, it's not natural.
And then
at all.
a lot of them are big too, so then that kind of like how much
Rick
roles
Fox is
can
kind
you
of
play?
cute. So
Who?
Rick Fox.
Yeah,
He's
Rick.
cute, so,
Yeah, but it's just like when you're so big, like who do I pair you next to? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, so that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Like if you're a point guard and you can act, I think you probably could have a career because most point guards are like
Depending on
6'2".
your height, yeah.
They
Right,
like decent height. When you 6'7", nigga, like
we gonna put you next to.
like dude,
You can't get the angle right.
What role you
Shot.
gonna play in?
yeah, like 6'7" lawyer, like it could happen. It could happen, but that's not But speaking of movies, like so we clearly all movie buffs. We watch movies. That's the field we in. Like, what makes a movie a classic? Like, what do you gotta have in it for you to be like?
According to black people, it just had to have been made in the 90s.
So you think all 90 movies are classics?
Any movie with Wesley Snipes is in it is a classic.
But we had a good run in the 90s, though.
We did.
Yeah, but I don't think they were all classics.
We had a good run, though.
Y'all had Coming to America.
That's not the 90s.
Why I say y'all like that?
Friday.
Because I guess y'all watched it back then.
I hate to agree with you. I hate to like support that statement, but I think the 90s is pretty classic.
Yeah.
Some classics in the 90s.
Name them.
I mean,
Boys in the Hood, Dead President.
Boys in the Hood. I don't know about Dead President.
Really? I love that movie, man.
I don't know if it's classic. Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Okay, I'll give you Bad Boys.
Brown Sugar.
Friday.
Was that 90s?
I actually love Brown Sugar.
Was that
Brown
90s?
Sugar was 2000.
I can't read.
Friday, loving basketball.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Now the rest of them Fridays, No.
Nah, the first Friday.
The second Friday was.
I just watched.
It was
next Friday.
The second Friday was pretty classic.
You're right.
It
Second
was pretty
Friday was
classic.
good. I mean, we got classics now. We making classics. I mean, Black Panther. I think that's going to
I'm not
automatic.
saying we don't have classics.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I don't think everything that was made back then is a classic.
Right. I mean, it don't have to be. I was just saying what makes a movie a classic. Like what elements?
I think
do
just
you
the
feel-
hype. The hype. Everybody like if everybody hyped about it, they talk about it. I mean, that automatically just makes it a classic.
I think. See, that's where I disagree.
I
That
mean,
right
why
there.
not?
I think that it needs to be a good movie. I think that the actors in it. So if you got like a star-studded cast that can actually act, you know what I mean, then it can be a classic. I think that not necessarily that it has to be something you've never seen, but I think that if it is something you've never really seen,
Something innovative.
before, yeah,
Like a Matrix.
Like
and something that I feel like you can't replicate that.
the first Die Hard is classic.
Yeah. Terminator.
You never see the first Die Hard? Oh, that was what's my man name? What was it?
Bruce Willis.
That's Bruce Willis' heyday.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
cause you see, people don't know Bruce Willis was that dude.
Yeah, he was that dude.
He was that dude for a while, man. And then it's weird now. Have you noticed a lot of our big celebrities that was like that dude in the 90s?
Yeah.
They all on Netflix now. Like their whole
That's
movie
funny,
careers is Netflix. And the movies be bad.
Yeah.
And you try to
Yeah.
watch them, you be
Yeah.
like, God,
What happened?
this is a money grab.
Right.
This is a money. Even
There's some people you're not gonna see on Netflix. I mean, at least not now.
I'm being honest with you. I was disappointed to see the movie Denzel just did.
Oh right, yeah, that
Horrible.
was on Netflix. Yeah,
What
yeah.
movie you just did?
Little Things or something like that.
Was that the one? He was a cop and
Yeah,
he came back.
it was
yeah.
just
It's on Netflix.
It reminded me of a Key
have
and
to watch
Peele episode where the dude was just beating his meat to solve the crime,
It
and he
was just
found
a-
the person in the next. It was one of
It was
those
just
sort
a
of
think I
like.
was
weird
classic,
movie.
speaking of
It was just weird movie.
Peele.
Period. It was just. I was just like, is this a money grab? Like, cause like,
I doubt Denzel would do a money
Mm-hmm.
grab. He probably read the script and was like, this is interesting. I ain't
Yeah.
never do something like this. Let me try to.
he
you know what I'm
shouldn't
saying?
have.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done nothing like that. It was not what's up. But like, how? Well, I want to know what actor you think has the most classics.
That's hard.
Yeah. Who do you think has the most classics?
Who's been in the most classics?
The easy answer, I guess, if you had to guess, I'm just gonna say Denzel. If I had to just guess, just because he's done so many movies that are great. So if we're gonna say classics,
Probably.
But are we talking across the board or just black actors?
I'm saying across the board.
Nah,
I think of De Niro.
Yeah, I was
think
gonna
of
say
Meryl
that.
Streep.
I was gonna say De Niro.
De Niro got classics.
Scarface was the one right there.
Clearly,
Yeah, that was.
Denzel is definitely up there.
De Niro got. What I like about De Niro, he got Gangsta
range.
and Family,
He has range.
because Meet Your Parents is classic. Meet the Parents,
Oh,
is classic.
What's the dude from Scarface?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. He got some
Pacino.
classics as well.
Al Pacino got classics.
Yeah.
He got I know he got Scarface.
He was amazing.
But he was like kind of what Keysha was saying. That was star studded.
yeah.
So like they had some heavy hitters in Heat.
I mean, I think it's a combination of the people that's in it, the script, and also like what barriers are you breaking? You know what I'm saying? Like when they came out with Avatar, I was like, whoa, this is
I
something
think
different.
Get Out is a classic.
I didn't give a shit about it.
Man, I loved
I never
Avatar.
watched Avatar.
What?
I didn't give a shit about it.
Man,
I
I
was
love
just
that
like, what's
movie.
the hype about?
Nah, it was something brand new that I ain't never seen before. So it did the same thing to me that Matrix did, because Matrix was on this whole other level, the slow mo stuff with the bullets flying by. It's just new stuff that you haven't seen, and I think when you put all those elements together, that's when you kind of have
The
a
Lion
classic.
King.
Well, yeah, Lion
Lion King.
I mean, come, that's clearly that's a classic. Like, Matrix was classic.
Right. Yeah.
Matrix, I could watch Matrix. To me, a classic is
Can I
watch it right now?
Yeah.
Because some movies I
I
can't
mean, in
watch.
my
it right now.
opinion, Belly.
That's a hood classic.
I could watch Belly a million times.
'Cause to me, that
could be 85
You know,
times.
but you know what hood classics that I would watch all the time?
What?
There's two of them.
I'm gonna say one that Keisha probably won't know. We probably might know.
Don't be a menace to South Central. I drink your juice in the hood.
I could watch that.
That one and Players Club.
No, I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna go underground classic.
Shotas.
Shotas.
Yeah.
Shotas, baby. I go watch Shotas once a week. That's a hood classic.
Yeah.
That might be the most underground classic movie.
Yeah.
I fuck with Shotas.
I think Love Jones is a classic.
If y'all haven't watched Shotas, check it out. I'm telling you. That's a hood classic.
Man, listen, man. I don't think we giving Players Club enough clout, man. I know some songs on Players Club. Man, Bernie Mac, man, he came on there like I love Players Club.
It ain't
man.
Classic though.
To me, man, that was a classic. In my opinion, that was a classic.
I've never watched it since then.
You never watched Players
No,
Club?
since the
Right.
first time.
That's how you
I
know.
watched it once.
That's how you know.
And
it's
you wouldn't
not
watch
classic.
it again? Oh, yeah, I would
I'll
watch
watch
it
it if it's on, but I'm not putting it on.
Okay, all right.
You
So
know
it's
what I'm
a
saying?
movie that you want to put on because you're like, man, this movie was so good. I'm gonna see it again.
I would put on Coming to America every day.
Coming to America was like, yeah,
that was
you're
the
right.
one movie I give y'all credit. Like, okay, I should have watched that back in the day.
I would put on Life.
Oh, right,
I would put on Ocean's 11.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Certain movies I would put on.
And there was what's the other movie with the girl? She had the yellow jumpsuit with the stripe.
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. You ain't like Kill Bill?
It's cool.
Oh my god.
Kill Bill's cool. Kill Bill's cool.
I love
Well, you know,
Kill
Keysha
Bill.
got a little thing, so you got
That's
like
just not my cup of tea, but
Keysha like strong black
But
leads.
but it took her a while to even watch Color Purple though.
hey.
right.
And I'm still scheduling my therapy appointment. Guys.
Color Purple's classic. It's a different kind of classic.
Different kind of
is it?
classic.
Why? Explain to me.
Because it's just a.
This is why I
it's
feel. This is
raw.
where I feel
It's
like we go.
raw.
No. It's like when you think about what's the Denzel movie with the slave Denzel movie.
Is that a slave movie?
No. The one where they was beating Denzel and the one tear came out. Glory.
Yeah.
That was it was kind of like it's one of those movies that it just has a history behind it, and it has a lot of it moves sort of culture in a certain way, and any movie that moves culture in a certain way is kind of have to be a classic.
How does The Color Purple move the culture? Like, explain to me what makes it.
Well, it was
in that
one.
case, I could be like Django was a classic.
Nah, I mean, it was one of those things that kind of like brought people yep, that's what it was.
It brought y'all together.
No. It made you understand what actually was going on. A lot of people you don't see that. You didn't see during that time. You didn't see that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You saw, what they wanted you to see. And Oprah came out. She, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those films that you watch and you be like, wow, you get a lot of history behind it. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll also say this too.
She looking at me like she's like, I don't know.
You would sit down and watch it again?
I mean, I wouldn't watch it again.
I feel like what also makes a classic is can you quote from the movie? Because you could quote Color Purple.
Yeah.
I can quote Belly all day. Is this the illest
I'm
nigga
not
in
saying.
Nebraska?
Hey,
Is you
your
wild
classic.
about it?
Your
Ooh.
classic is your. One thing I'll say about Belly, what I could quote. I don't like that shit right
I don't like
there.
that.
I don't like that shit right there.
Yeah.
Last time you ever read a book? Never, motherfucker.
I don't like that shit right there. Get the banana, nigga. I don't like that shit.
Right.
That shit was classic, nigga. That nigga was, I was like, that was a pure hater, nigga.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I mean, it's a lot of classics though. but
Boomerang? Y'all ain't like Boomerang?
Boomerang
I
is
like
classic.
Boomerang.
Boomerang
Yeah.
is classic.
I think that was another one that had good talent in it. Like he had names, but it was names that stood up.
Trading Places is
So-
classic.
I haven't seen that.
You gotta see Trading Places. First Terminator is classic.
First Terminator's classic.
I don't think I saw that.
First Terminator. I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
See, once you get that quote, it's classic.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like you can quote so many movies.
Nah, but you can quote it down. I'm gonna know what you're talking about. When I say I'll be back,
Okay.
you know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You know, when I say you got knocked the fuck out, you know what I'm talking about.
Or when you say blue pill, red pill.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know, so that to me, that's classical right there. That's classic that I could just say a phrase and you know what I'm talking about. If you got to be like, oh, what was that? No, that was in this scene and that, then nah.
Remember that one time? Yeah, well, no,
Nah. You know,
What about Thin Line?
Thin Line was a good movie.
That was Martin's. That was when he was at his, you know what I'm saying, his height right there. You know what I mean? I think I love that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. You know what's a Martin movie people sleep on? And only me and my dog Clint Coley, he got this, and we laugh at this shit all the time. Is Nothing to Lose when Martin.
Did I see that?
It was with that white dude. What's the guy's name? But it's y'all gotta watch it. You'll be like, oh man, I slept on this movie, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing to lose. Have I watched that movie?
It was when the white dude. He thought the white dude. The white dude thought his wife was cheating, and Martin went to rob him.
Oh,
Martin went to rob
right.
him,
Yeah.
and then he kidnapped Martin.
I remember
Martin
that.
was like,
Yeah.
my ass fell asleep. I didn't even know I asked him fall asleep. And then he was telling them, please don't kill me, freaking Jason.
I remember
Man,
that movie now. Yeah,
that movie
I saw that.
is fucking
I saw that.
funny, dude. Like, and people, I don't know how I just slipped through the crack.
You know, I think a classic is gonna be whatever, because here's the truth. If I sat down in a living room with my family, right, and we watched a movie and we had a sort of like just a great time just together with the family,
Right.
and that movie made us laugh and it made us cry and it made us do whatever. It doesn't matter if anybody ever watched the movie. Just because we watched it as our family, we had a great time, it's just going to become an automatic classic to that family.
Yeah, within that community.
Within that little thing.
pod.
Right,
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
A classic to us, like, you know, obviously we got a lot of classics that she probably don't think, or I got classics that you probably don't think.
Right.
And I think when we talk about what's an automatic classic, we got to talk about, okay, what does that mean? Does it mean how much money it made? You know, how much, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many people went out to go see it?
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
just
think
like,
about
you
the
know,
money made.
I mean, you know, that's part of it too.
That's
you
part
know?
of it, but I don't think
I don't
about
think
that
so.
part when I'm. But yeah, I mean,
Somebody gonna think that what's the movie with the kids that went out and with the girl who stuck the flute in her pussy? Remember that the American Pie?
Oh yeah. Well, I will say this.
You
I'm
know what I'm
pretty
saying?
sure in white culture, American
Yeah.
Pie is classic.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what I'm saying.
I enjoyed American Pie.
That was a good movie.
I enjoyed
All
American
those National
Pie.
Lampoon movies was hilarious. to me.
American Pie. You know what? American Pie is classic.
Yeah.
You got to put it up there.
You don't remember that was a quote. I don't know why I remember that quote. But she said, next time in band camp, I stuck a flute in my pussy.
Yeah.
American
Black
Pie is
Panther
funny.
is.
Black Panther,
Oh, well,
definitely.
I mean, that's just because
To me, I see. That's
so
something
many layers.
I can see how it changed the culture.
Yeah,
Like,
so many layers.
Those
like,
old Superman movies with the dude with the first Superman.
There's so many Supermans. You
The
don't know
first
who's in
Superman
the
he had he couldn't move anymore. What's his name?
The one
You know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But that first Superman with the three people, I just remember that one Superman. That was a classic to me. And you know what a classic is to me? Actually, the first movie that I ever saw at a movie theater, I went with my cousin, and we went to go watch Back to the Future 2. And that's when he had the hoverboard. I love that movie. Still today, I'll watch that movie over and over again.
My first one was Terminator 2.
Terminator 2.
1. Terminator 1. This is how you know times have changed.
Yeah.
We was in middle school, and this was when middle school had 9th grade, and that was our, I guess, senior whatever field trip for the class, and we went to see Terminator 1 in the movie theater, and I'm sure that movie was probably rated R back then. And we went to see it.
Yeah.
It was, and I sat next to my
Somebody's been
girlfriend. That was like our first official date. Me and my girlfriend
Right.
sat next to each other, holding hands in the movie theater. Couldn't tell me nothing.
Also, if you're a young boy and you see your first titty in a movie, that's an automatic classic.
I ain't getting no
That's
titty.
an automatic classic. I mean, when I saw my first titty, I was like,
Yeah, I ain't getting no titty though.
you ain't never see. I mean,
I'm
you
saying
remember your
that
first
at
titty
that movie.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
you
get
know, it wasn't no
Nah, I
titty
ain't
in
get
there.
no titty.
My first titty was Total Recall. It was 3 titties.
Right.
You remember that?
So you thought that's what it was?
Yeah, bro. It had 3. They were in Mars, and then that girl that had 3 titties, and I was like,
So did you think
You were
women had
excited
3
about
titties?
no, I didn't think that, but I knew. That was my first time
You
seeing
knew-
titties on
you-
the screen.
But you knew it was an extra titty.
I knew it with an extra titty. It was weird. I was like, well, that's you know,
All right,
You
cool.
were still excited about it.
Yeah.
I get
Bonus
3.
No titties with me.
a bonus. Not only do I get to see
Right.
2, I get to see 3
Yeah,
titties.
you meet a girl with 2 titties. Get out of here. 2 titty having ass.
Right. So
Oh my
yeah, man. I mean,
gosh.
to me, that was a classic too. I love that movie. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger had some classics.
No, Arnold had some classes, low key. You know, this one, you know, you got kids and you getting older. Kindergarten Cop, dog.
Oh, I do remember Kindergarten Cop.
Hey, don't
Yeah,
sleep
that
on
was-
Kindergarten
that was a good
Cop.
one. That was a
Don't
good one.
sleep
I ain't
on
gonna lie.
Kindergarten
I would say
Cop.
Home Alone.
Home
Like,
Alone,
Home Alone.
definitely classic.
Nigga, I knew
Definitely
I knew
classic.
all the lines.
Oh, all the lines. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
classic.
The cars are still here. They didn't go to the airport. Yeah, I love that movie.
No, Home Alone, definitely a classic.
Yep.
dude. Anything they make 3, 4 of them, you know the first one had to be a classic.
But what a second though. Back Fast and the Furious.
Well, I would say the first one was kind of classic.
Yeah.
You know, and then they just afterwards.
How many are there now? Like
They
9
on
of them?
I think they
Nice.
weren't necessarily all good, but I do think it was still a thing.
I think after
was
like
like
3, they could have called it.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, but if the studio, if it's gonna make $1 billion, why?
Why not? Yeah.
Business why? Like we gonna ride this thing till it start making 500 million. Then we'll be like, all right, cool.
Right.
I think money wise, for me in determining what's a classic, that's not something I look at because you could just put people in it and people will go see it.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that the movie was actually good or
Oh no, that
Mm-hmm.
don't. I don't
So-
think putting stars in movies make it a classic.
yeah.
There's been a lot of movies been flooded with stars and
Was it?
dud. Nobody cares. I think it's the script. I think it's the directing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot has to do with the directing and storyline.
And also new movies that like steal from old movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the
Mm-hmm.
Vegas movie with Mike Tyson?
Hangover?
Hangover. That was a classic.
First
You know what I'm
Hangover is
saying?
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, first
See,
Hangover. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
ones where they should have stopped.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
They should've
most movies that are so amazing, the first one's so amazing, they try to
hard
do a
to-
second one. It's really hard to do a second one.
Especially in comedy.
Especially in
I think
comedy.
in action you could pull it off because you could just blow up more shit.
I think
You know
that
what I'm
kind of, not necessarily always, because Bad Boys I feel is a classic and they made it Bad Boys too. But I think that's a slight indicator when it's like you need to stop. Like
Right.
you need to let that one, that's it.
Right.
Just let it be.
Yeah.
You know what's a low key classic to me? Horrible Bosses, the first one.
I never seen that.
Wait, is that with motherfucker Jones?
That's what. No, he was in the second one.
Oh, okay, yeah,
he
okay.
When he was negotiating $1 million. All right, 500.
right.
I forgot about that one.
Right. Okay.
Oh, Horrible Boss is pretty. The first
Yeah,
one
it's
is
good.
the
Horrible
first one is
Bosses?
pretty good.
I'ma check it
Yeah,
out.
with Jason Bateman and
right.
I
Yeah.
love Jason
Yeah.
Bateman.
yeah.
Yeah.
That dude was cold.
Yeah.
That dude was cold.
But you know, there was one movie that they made a first one that I liked, and then the second one I didn't like. Then they came back hard on the third one.
Really?
Y'all gonna be like, what? Toy Story.
I don't think I seen.
I've never seen it.
I don't think I seen
Toy
the
Story.
second
If
one.
y'all seen Toy Story out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Toy Story 1 was great. Then they came out with the
How'd
second
you
one.
see
Like,
Toy Story though?
I don't know,
You
man.
have no kids.
Hey, man, listen, man. I like movies, man. I like Pixar movies.
Did
I
you
like
see,
Disney
did
movies.
you see Baby Boss or Boss Baby?
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
that's
that
pretty
one.
good.
But I seen
That's
the movie
pretty
with
good.
the old man with the balloons with the house. You know what I'm talking about? What's the man with the old? There was an old little short man that had the balloons. It was an animated film. Oh man, it was so like any movie that kind of like got some sort of heartbreak. Man, the movie that he just made, Jamie Foxx, that's a classic.
Which one?
The animated movie.
Oh, I didn't see it. Yet.
Oh, I haven't
with
seen it. I know what
what?
you're talking about.
Y'all
I
need to
haven't
see
seen
that.
Let me
You
ask
have
you.
to see that.
Action classic 1.
Action classic.
Yeah. 1. Your top action classic.
Damn. Wait, what's action like?
Action like Bad Boys.
Because I mean, I
Terminator, whatever.
Oh man, because I'm thinking about a lot of great fight scenes.
Yeah, they blowing
and
shit up,
movie
people getting
scenes.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's action.
That's a hard one, man.
I don't know.
Because
I
I want to
can't
say
think of that
Matrix,
right
because I love
now.
Matrix so much, but I'm like, I know
It
there's
seemed
some
like-
more
it
that I
seemed
can't
like
think of.
Matrix seemed more sci-fi to me. It seemed like
Yeah?
it leans in
Yeah.
that area.
That was a lot of
That was
action in
sci-fi.
my
It was a
my
lot of
opinion.
action. I mean, you could
Then
throw
maybe
it-
it's Bad Boys.
first one or second one, because it ain't the third one.
Nah.
I
I think first Bad
think it's
Boys.
the first
Bad.
one.
I like
I'm
second Bad
trying to
Boys.
think of an action movie. Dang.
You probably don't watch a lot of action movies.
But I do like action. I just, you know how you just get put on the spot and you be like,
right.
later on I'm gonna hit you up like, hey.
Hey,
Remember that one?
I'm also waiting on DoorDash.
What's-
to deliver
what's-
my
what's
food for the
yours?
past 2
you know it was a
hours.
bad movie. It was bad acting, but I enjoyed it back then.
Which one?
Hard to Kill, Steven Seagal back in the day.
Oh yes, man. There's so many broken bones in
yeah.
Steven Seagal
Oh
movies.
my God, it was just that.
yeah.
I
He
was-
was an actual, real martial artist.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I would say my action. I think the first Die Hard.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Anything with that many explosions got to be up there.
My first Die Hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Comedy.
Um,
This should be easy. Or maybe it's hard.
I'm going Friday.
Okay.
I love Friday.
Okay. What you going with?
This is hard. I don't know.
She don't like being put on the spot.
Right. Let me think.
Yeah, I would definitely go with
You
Friday.
feel good about your pick?
I feel good about that. Like comedy.
I'm going. Well, I'm gonna let you off the hook. Give you some time to think. I'm going Coming to America. I'm a little older than y'all, so I'm going
Coming to America's funny.
I'm going to Coming to America.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I love Friday.
But I like a lot of. I think because I like a lot of. Like I like Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights is classic.
Mean Girls.
But
I jump on you like a spider monkey.
see, for me, there's a difference between like a comedy and something that's just like off the rails comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at a movie like Friday, it got some like realness to it, or even Coming to America, it got some heart to it. Right. But then you got movies like, like Don't Be a Menace to Sausage Right. Like, why did you even make that?
That's over the top.
Just to make people laugh, huh?
Right.
Because that was kind of more like a spoof.
That's a spoof.
Yeah. Right. Like one of those, or even American Pie. They just kind of, okay, I get it. You
Don't Be a Menace is funny, though.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Message?
Yeah. I love that movie. But, and then I think I put that as separate than the actual, like a comedy movie.
Like you feel like it's in a real world.
It's in its own, right,
in
exactly.
a real world.
Yeah, it's placed in a real world kind of situation.
Right.
And you can actually see something like that happen as opposed to those.
But you ain't off the hook,
spoofs.
Keysha.
I just gave you one.
You ain't picked.
Which one? What's she?
Talladega Nights.
Okay.
I can't think of off the top of my head.
That's your classic? Over Friday?
You said
Coming to
favorite
America?
comedy.
I say your classic, your classic comedy. But I mean, that's your classic.
No, you said favorite.
Y'all heard her, right? She's supposed to be so pro-black,
I
right?
believe he said favorite and not classic
No,
comedy.
I said
Favorite.
I said classic action. Then I said
Right.
classic comedy.
Yeah.
Not classic drama.
I gotta think about that one. What's drama?
I guess, or let's make it a little easier.
I would say this. The movie with Denzel. When he was a cop.
Training Day.
Training Day. I love Training Day.
Let's put drama / thriller. You know what I like?
Then Blade.
You know what I like?
I like Blade with Wesley Snipes.
That's action.
That's action too.
You know what I like? Basic Instinct.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
You ain't see Kids, you slipping on your movie game, bro. Damn. You ain't see Basic Instinct?
Y'all know I didn't start watching movies
when
until
she bust her leg
I changed my drama.
You changed your drama.
So and because this one touched me in some ways that I'm like, damn, this is a real true life story. And it's actually, a lot of people don't even think this dude is a good actor, but I think that was his best acting job. It was Will Smith. You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
I love that movie, man.
That movie
touched me.
Let me tell you, I seen that movie in the theaters, and it got me teary-eyed when he was in the bathroom with his son. Cause I got a son, and I was just like,
man,
I was a bitch.
That was
like,
that was a scene, man. And also, man, you know what I would put up there as well? Dang, I can't. I hate to say this because I don't like this man because he's a racist. But the Passion of the Christ, man.
Nah, I don't get into those guys.
I like that movie, man.
I don't know that I would say.
I was young, and then when I saw it,
classic.
I loved it. I love that movie. My dad was a pastor, and I went out and I watched Passion of the Christ, and I was like, it touched me a certain way. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those are my dramas. I'll pick two of those dramas. I'll pick Pursuit of Happiness.
Drama / thriller. So,
I don't have necessarily that this is my favorite or classic. This is just movies that I like. I like Remember the Titans.
That was pretty. That's classic.
You know a movie that's good as hell to me? Parasite.
I don't know if I seen that.
I changed my mind on action. On action, I changed my mind on action because this actually is one of my favorite movies. It's another Will Smith movie.
You a Will Smith fan?
No, it was the Alien movie.
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Yeah, that was classic.
Independence Day. That was my favorite.
That's early
action
Will
right there.
Smith when he. Will used to pick some dope ass movies
He
back in
picked
the
some
day.
good. He had some good. I don't know.
As of recently, I don't know if he reading the scripts or he just show up to set. like Will, did you read this?
What's the one with the
Men in Black?
No, there was one.
Gemini Man.
Oh right, well Gemini, that was an action one, but I ain't doing like that one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he did one on Netflix with the it had orcs and the elves and stuff.
I wasn't mad at that one.
I like that one.
Let me tell you why I want to see. It's You know what I noticed Netflix does?
Because the people they made the orphs sort of almost like the niggas.
Right, but you know what Netflix does for me with movies?
Uh-huh.
The luxury of being home and not having to drive nowhere, not having to pay, not having to park. It makes it less be like,
better.
all right, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't be feeling like, oh, nigga, I could have stayed home.
Right. Yeah.
I'm home. You know, and the luxury of like, I'll finish it later.
Right. Yeah.
I'll pause it. Yeah. So like my level of disappointment is not as
It's
high.
not as bad.
It's kind of like,
it's a Netflix
I'm
movie.
at the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can stop and do something else.
So it's gonna be
later.
hard. It's gonna be hard to make a Netflix classic.
It's gonna
Is
be
there
hard.
a Netflix classic right now?
I don't know none. Maybe there is, but Netflix got so much shit.
Yeah. I don't think I always pay attention to what's a Netflix original versus what's just on there.
Exactly.
So.
What I tell you, they have classics on there. I don't know if they Netflix originals.
I think you would have to say, the first. I mean, it's a series. The President one with the dude who.
Well, yeah, that's what started it all.
Yeah,
the House of Cards.
House of Cards.
And Ozark.
I could not get into
Ozark
that.
is great. I love Ozark.
They got classic series.
Yeah, they got classic series.
movies.
Right.
Ozark.
I mean, but that's what it was all about, though. Like the series to sort of like just give them all the shows, and you know what I mean?
Did y'all watch Your Honor?
I watch Your
I
Honor.
love that.
I watch Your
That
Honor.
show's so good.
That
I love
ending,
that
I
show.
was pissed off at the ending.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Yeah. That was good. That was
I
a good
felt
show.
bad that I was kind of low key that he died.
I was happy.
I was like,
I'm
yeah,
not even
fuck
gonna
that
lie.
nigga.
I was like, yes, okay, we get some sort of justice. We get some sort of resolve.
Yeah,
But I
Yeah.
was just mad that,
and
you
the
know
way
what
it
I'm saying?
came around full circle, I was like, I
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
I was kind of low key like, yeah, that's what you get. Because you did all that shit for this little bitch ass.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, by the way, we meant that.
Well, if you ain't
They
see
don't
it by
know
now,
what it is.
where the hell you been?
Because all the episodes is up.
Yeah, like,
Right.
Anyway. But guess what? This episode is over. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Every Monday, catch us on here on YouTube, on Spotify, on iHeart, whatever. You know, you can watch. Listen to podcasts. Hit me up on my social media, Malik S Comedy, MALIKS Comedy.
Hess Wesley on social media, Twitter, and all that stuff. Clubhouse, all that. Yeah, check me out.
I'm sorry, y'all. We trying to check on our food order.
It's been a long ass time. What's going on?
2 hours. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. It's Keysha.E. That's where I post everything I have going on there.
Peace.